Hey folks, welcome back. This is Alwood South. We're mixing Neon Hornet, Take It Off in Universal Audio's Luna, and we are going to start where we left off, where we were mixing some drums. I've added two things to the drums since we left off, and one is a expander. It's sort of like a gate on the snare. Let me play that for you here. I'm going to turn it off first. And now with it on. Now that's to get rid of some of the cymbal bleed that's coming out on that track. Nothing wrong with the sound of the snare, I just want less of that cymbal in there, and I'm using an expander instead of a gate because a gate will actually cut the whole thing off instead of allowing some sounds through. And so a gate would be kind of violent for this sort of application, so we're using an expander. I also put a Soothe plugin on the overheads because sometimes the cymbals will be too much coming through there. And here it is with it off. Not much difference, and I'll probably end up automating this on and off during the middle of the song because it's not too much going on right now. So let's leave it there, and let's move on to the drum bus, the drum sub mix here, where I have a couple of compressors pulled up. Let's listen to the drums first. And since I want a sort of aggressive sound to this, I thought, why not use this RS-124 that I got over the holidays? I love the sound of these when I've heard them, you know, like on the older recordings and stuff. Obviously, I've never had one because I don't work at Abbey Road Studios, and I've never had the Chandler one either. But let's listen to what this does to the drum mix. I'm also going to put the bass in so we can have some more sound with it. I kind of like it. It's kind of something weird going on in the high mids and the highs that I don't like very much. So let's turn that off. We'll try the LA2A. Cool. Let me turn that off, and we will try the Neve 2254. So this one I really like. I like the way it pulls up the toms and the low end and gives some grunt to it. I'm not going all the way through the compressor. I have a mix, you know, dry wet thing here, so it's kind of parallel, but it sounds awesome. I'll turn it off, and here we go. For reference, here is the LA2A. RS-124. Yeah, I want to like the RS-124, but it's not working on this particular track. So let's go back to the 2254. And now we're going to start doing some proper parallel processing here. That's not easy to say. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up a smash track. What I'm doing here, I am sending all of the drums, except not all of the overheads, into this track. And I have a compressor on it that is, well, it's sort of making an explosion sound, which is kind of what I want. I want more life into this. So let's listen to this, this track. I'm going to turn off the Chandler here. It's on bypass. So we'll listen to what's going through it, and then I'll turn it on. Yeah, it's kind of doing to these drums what I did to the drum room with the 1176 in the last video. It's just making an explosion kind of sound. This is going to the mix bus, by the way. That's sort of a true parallel mix when things go to one sub mix out to a mix bus, and they also go to another sub mix out to a mix bus. And together, that sounds like this. Fantastic. Okay, one more parallel track here. I'm going to send the kick and the snare to a parallel track that I'm just calling kick snare. And I'm going to do a good bit of processing on this. By the way, let's turn on this summing on that smash track. Let's listen to the kick and the snare. Cool. Now what I want to do with that is I'm going to put a good bit of compression on here using the distortion 2 option over here on the audio. The 6:1 ratio sounds like this. Cool. Yeah, it's giving that sort of attack, that bloom that happens with heavy compression. I want that because I'm going to send that now through a raw. This is a guitar pedal basically based on the Rat. Now here's the thing that is going to make it really cool. I'm going to use the delay on the ATR 102. I've set it to 236 milliseconds, and that's an eighth note, about an eighth note at 127 beats per minute. And so I'm getting a little bit of a slapback here on this tape machine, and now that sounds like this. Adding that into the drum mix. Let me solo all the drum parts now. Right, that sounds great to me now. It's got punch, got rock and roll kind of vibes going on with the bass and guitars. Now let's hear that. I think you can hear what I'm talking about with the cymbals that are kind of overdoing it a little bit. So let me turn this on. Cool. Okay, let's move on now to the vocals. We're going to do the lead vocal first.
Dirty little liar coming back home. Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. The witch hunt has just begun, so grab your torch and run. Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. The witch hunt has just begun, so grab your torch and run. In the night, witches fight for love.
Okay, for this lead vocal, I'm going to set up 2 parallel tracks as well. Similar to what I did over here on the drums, I want to send one to, these need to be mono. This will be a lead vocal. Let's use an 1176 first. And this lead vocal, I'm going to send it unity gain to this new channel here, this new sub here. And we're going to put the 1176. I'm going to use the Rev A.
Dirty little liar coming back home.
I'm just going to listen to the compression track right fast.
Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. The witch hunt has just begun, so grab your torch and run. In the night, the witches fight for love. There's blood on your hands and you can't wash it off. There's blood on your hands and you.
Excellent. Let's do another parallel track where I'm going to set up mono fatso. Same thing, I'm going to send it to the Mixbus right now. I'm just going to use the junior version, and we're going to send that here to the fatso the same way at unity gain. Take a listen to that one.
Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door.
Yeah, let's pull those in with the main vocal.
Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. The witch hunt has just begun, so grab your torch and run.
Cool. Let's set up a bus now for that main vocal. I want to make a new bus. I'm also going to make this mono. I'm just going to call it the LV submix and send all of these to that. I'm going to send that to the main the mix bus.
Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door.
I'm going to put a De-Esser on this track here.
Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. Dirty little liar coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. Coming back home. I've been waiting so long to close this door. The witch hunt has just begun, so grab your torch and run. In the night, the witches fight for love.
Cool. Now if you notice, this is hitting the bus pretty hard, but I've pulled the headroom down. And if there's a little bit of distortion in there, that sounds cool. To me, it sounds great. Sounds like rock and roll. Okay, so now let's check this level on the compressor where we are.
Dirty little liar coming back home.
Still sounding good to me. Let's check this. I'm going to put a EQ on the mix bus.
Liar coming back home.
Yeah, so I'm rolling off the high pass at 20 here. I've got some boost at 70. I've got a little bit of boost also at 16K, which is on both the mid and the sides. Both of those are on mids and sides. I just, copied it, linked channels, and go for it.
Dirty
Awesome. Sounds great to me right now. We're still sculpting some tones and getting some feel on a few things. I'm going to get rid of these compressors here on the drum sub. What I'm going to do next is we're going to start working on some guitars. I will probably print some of these tracks to free up some DSP. You see my meter down here. I'm running into a wall, and so I need to offload some of that. So I will print some of these, and we'll be back in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope everybody's doing well. Hey, go wash your hands while you're at it. If you like this video, keep watching, keep subscribing. More videos are coming very soon.